great philosopher once said, haters gonna hate, 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 hate. Well, okay, so maybe Taylor Swift is not exactly a great philosopher. However, there is some truth in the lines from her song. We often experience these people in kind of our normal or personal life, but we can also have them in our business world as well, which tends to pose the question, what should you do with the person in your organization that likes to complain about everything, even if it derails the direction of the company? Should you see them as a disruption to progress and maybe invite them to leave the organization? Or do you consider them a cancer that just needs to be removed before others are potentially affected? But is it possible that this person actually cares so much about your business that they're just concerned about the future? They just don't know how to properly communicate that. Obviously, each situation is going to be a little bit different, but let's talk through a couple of scenarios to kind of understand how this can play out. In the job market like we've had lately, finding great people can be a difficult task. And that new employee that you've been looking for, they look really good on the resume, and they knew all the right things to say in the interview. But after that honeymoon, something starts to change. You hired them because of their experience, the companies that they had been with, and how they really understood your industry. But after they get involved, they're very vocal about how your company compares to the previous employer and how they did it better and they did it differently. It becomes difficult to learn from their experience because it's communicated in a way that shows a lot of discontent and kind of disregard to your internal processes, which tends to overshadow any potential for making your company's systems better. In this scenario, you should probably start planning for a swift and direct coaching style, which will address the problem immediately. And hopefully through that, you can understand what the root problem is and help get through that. But be prepared, because if they're causing this much disruption early in their employment, you may be backfilling that position very soon. Well, it may seem a little bit easier with a new employee, but what about someone that's been with your company for a while? It's always harder to part ways with a long-standing employee because they have a lot of expertise in the industry and they've shown a lot of loyalty to your company. And it's often possible that the behaviors that come across as hateful could actually be ownership for their role and a level of very bold comfort in their communication style. It may be recognized that a long-standing employee, they may have genuine concern for the direction of your company. They just don't know exactly how to communicate it the right way. You certainly cannot allow the negativity to spread in your organization, and you must address it immediately. However, it is important to show loyalty to those who have been loyal to you and your business, and writing them off too early could prevent you from learning something that could be detrimental to the success of your organization. This does not mean that parting ways is the wrong solution, but you may just need an open and honest conversation about what the real issues are and how you can work through them so that you can become unified once again. Obviously, there are a lot of scenarios that we could play out. If you have any issues like this, if you have any haters in your organization, reach out and let us know. See if we can work through that. But ultimately, what we've got to make sure we're doing is opening up dialogue and channels of communication. Don't project what you believe their reality is. Instead, try to understand what it is straight from them. Thanks so much for joining us this week.